Take It Back movement. Omoyele Sowore ran for president in 2015, and he coined the name Take It Back. It was very, very, that was the first time Nigerians understand social media, because his supporters were all over social media, very aggressive. I think what we saw in 2023 was upgrade. What we saw in 2023 or P2B was upgrade of Sowore of 2015. Now, everything I'm going to talk about here this evening, I know what I'm saying because I lived it. I am not guessing. So in 2015, Omoyele Sowore run 2014, 2015, he campaigned. Take It Back. That was when he launched it. And his supporters were very, very vibrant, angry, revolutionalist. They want to take the country back by force. Initially, I supported him, but then I withdraw. And then that movement went and go. The election was held. I don't know how many votes Sowore had that time. I remember there's another guy that ran that election, in that election. His name is Fela Durotimi. Fela Durotimi ran under another political party that he is discovered. At that time, Fela Durotimi was in London, at the University of London. I was contacted to meet up with him. I meet up with him. I interview him after I'm talking about 2015. I interview him after the meeting. I sat with him, and then we had a conversation. Then I asked Farotimi, why is he not working with Sowore? He said, because Sowore don't want to work with him. I told him that, don't you think that the young people not willing to unite under one purpose is advantage on the older politician? Farotimi explained himself to me. I also asked Farotimi if Buhari called him to come and work for him, if he will work with him. He said no. Currently, Farotimi is currently working with Tinubu government. Yes, he is working with Tinubu government. He got appointment. He's there. But you don't hear from him anymore. He's not talking anymore. You don't hear him. He's in one corner. Maybe some of the policy you are looking at today that is affecting Nigerians, people like Farotimi are the one writing it. Yes, because he's a special advisor to the president. But what is he doing for the president? You don't know. Farotimi used to claim that he's an activist and he's for young people and it's for liberation of Nigeria. Today, he got appointment in presidency. You don't hear from him anymore. Then we have another guy called Festus Keyamo. Festus Keyamo used to be an activist. He got appointment under Buhari as Niger Delta Commission Minister. Then he later became Labor Minister. Now today, he's the Minister of Aviation. All of his activism, all of his activist boom is gone. Now, let's talk about Sowore. Tonight is not noise. I don't want to make noise. I want to bring fact to the table. I educate, and I will do my best to remember events, and I will connect the dot, and I will also speak as openly as possible to call out who I need to call out. Sowore, every now and then he will come out and he said he wants to run for the president. Why did I decide to choose this topic today? This afternoon I was working. I was just working on my computer. Excuse me. So when I look at my phone, I got a notification that behind the scene, the guy that came on my platform yesterday was live. When I looked at it, it was C. King that was live. I don't know how many of you know C. King. He's an activist that based in Lagos. Very vibrant young man. It was C. King that was on live. And I listened to the topic they are discussing for more than 20 minutes. I decided to join the live. I requested, he picked me up. Now, some of the topic they were discussing was about 2027 and everything like that. And Sowore matter came up because a lot of his supporters were on the platform there. And if you know C. King is a friend of Sowore. When they arrested him, it was C. King, it was Sowore that bailed him. I decided to ask a question. I said, what does Sowore stand for? And I'm asking this question now for my people on TikTok, for our people on the YouTube. What does Sowore stand for? Omoyele Sowore, what does he want? Omoyele Sowore has been existing since the day of Abiola. How many of you know that Omoyele Sowore has been there from the days of Abiola? We have pictures of Omoyele Sowore in the company of MKO Abiola. That is not a joke. He's been there. He's been an activist. He owns the Sahara Reporter, one of the most radical and vibrant news channel in Africa, the first of its kind. He does investigation. He also makes a lot of accusation. He published a lot of stuff. He's been arrested several times. He's been jailed. His passport has been taken from him. And every 4 years, Sowore will contest to be president. And after 4 years again, he will go back to activism. A lot of people have a problem that Sowore, you should start from the bottom. You should start from local government. You should start from the Senate. You should start from the governor. When people that are having this kind of suggestion, they are not wrong. They are not wrong. But at the same time, that is not a yardstick to decide who can be a president. Sowore can be a president without running for local government, for council, for a mayor, or for governorship, or for senator. It's possible. But we have to look at the reality of Sowore. And today I'm going to be very honest with you. Now, if you want me to be honest, let me know. If you want me to be honest, say yes, be honest. If you don't want me to be honest, tell me. Hold on. If you want me to be honest, tell me. If you don't want me to be honest, tell me. But I will be honest. So I do not need you to tell me if I should be honest. I will be honest. It's on you if you don't want to take what I'm saying. My opinion matters to me. And as long as I am given a voice, I will spend it to speak. Now, Sowore, every 4 years, Sowore will come and run for president. He create this movement. They will make a lot of noise. They will do a lot of stunt. I call it stunt. And I have been studying Sowore. I have a friend of mine in a Manchester area, and we talked about Sowore often. And we finally agree that Sowore is not a serious person. Yes. If Sowore wants to be an activist, he should just be an activist. No political, no politics. Yes. If Sowore wants to be an activist, just be an activist. That's it. Just be activist. But as long as you are saying you want to run for president, you have a political party called ACC, then we have a problem. Especially when we do fact check on that your political party. Fact check. When we do reality check on that political party. When we do it, we can come to the conclusion of what chances you have to be a president of Nigeria with the current environment. Because as a farmer, before you put a seed on the ground, you have to check the ground. You have to check whether the soil in that area, you can use it to grow the seed you want to grow. So Omoyele Sowore have to do a research about himself, whether he has what it takes, the movement, the purpose trust to win election. But as far as I'm concerned, he doesn't. And every 4 years, Sowore will come out and abuse everybody and say that everybody that is running are bad. And at the end of the day, he won't get one vote. One vote, he will not have it. Then he will go back again to start doing protest. So those are the reasons why I want to talk this evening. And this call is being recorded. Sowore claims he's an activist. He fights everybody. And I keep telling him, Sowore, you have to align with a political party that can win election. If you want to join APC, go and declare for APC. Don't hide. If you want to join a merge with PDP, go and declare for PDP. Don't hide. If you then want to join ADC, go and declare for ADC. Don't hide. Why did I say he should go and join all of this? Because this political party have a chance to win the central power. If you are part of them and they win the central power, you become part of the government. If they appoint you as EFCC chairman, we know that Sowore is there. Sowore will not be corrupt. If they appoint you as Attorney General of Federation, we know that Sowore is Attorney General of Federation. He will not go and jail people anyhow. Why do you guys think Sowore is afraid to be part of anybody? Does it mean Sowore is the holiest person? Does it mean Sowore is the most holy person? Everybody else is bad. I want you to ask yourself a question. I told you now Sowore has been coming since Abiola's time. And Sowore have never held office. Sowore has never been appointed in any position in Nigeria. Sowore has never been given appointment as a director of anything, minister of anything. Why do you think he's hiding? Why do you think he's afraid to be part of any government? If you are not a thief, you will not be afraid for me to keep my soup inside your kitchen. If you are not a thief, if you know the chop cheese, you not go fear if I say, can I keep my cheese in your fridge? Why do you think Sowore is hiding? Sowore, why are you hiding? And somebody should tag him. And I told C King, I'm going to come live today. C King is Sowore's friend. Why is Sowore hiding? Every 4 years, Sowore will come out. Sowore will abuse everybody. His number one abuser, the person he will abuse first, is P2B. When he finishes with P2B, he will go for Atiku. He will go for Tinubu. But what do you want, Sowore? Because you are becoming, to me, what I call a control opposition. Because you cannot call yourself an activist and you don't stand for anything. Everybody's no good. Take it back. The last election, Sowore did not have 400 votes. 400, he didn't have it. Sowore has never held any office. Sowore has never held ajojumo. You know ajojumo? When you contribute, I contribute, you contribute, you contribute, we give it Sowore to hold for us. Sowore will hold it. And when it is time to distribute the money, Sowore will then distribute the money. He has never held that position in the public. But Sowore say he wants to be a president. Are we this delusional? He wants to be a president. And he will insult everybody else. I don't do emotion. Listen, I live in the most advanced political frequency of the world, United Kingdom. I watch the parliament. The current opposition leader in this country is a Nigerian, Kemi Badnoch. That is how advanced we are. So we look at things not in an emotional way. We look at things in a critical way and truth and on the public interest. What does Sowore stand for? What has Sowore done that you can say we should trust Sowore. And Sowore does not have the public support. He doesn't have the youth. He doesn't have the goodwill of the people. But he keeps telling you, I want to be president. And he will insult every other person. I would rather pie before I can join P2B. Haba Sowore. P2B was twice a governor of a state. He's a billionaire as well. When we are talking today on King, one of the guy made a very serious point. And this guy is a Sowore supporter. He said, how can you people be saying that Sowore does not have experience? What experience does Donald Trump has? That Donald Trump did not have no experience. And this is the question. I said, then I asked the person, I said, okay, when Donald Trump wanted to run, what did Donald Trump come with? The guy was stumbling. Today, I said Donald Trump came with as a billionaire. Donald Trump can easily remove $200 million from his money and use it to run for election, and he will still not broke. But when Donald Trump came to run, Donald Trump did not form his own political party. No. Donald Trump went into already established political party called Republican Party. And if you don't know, Donald Trump used to be a Democrat. But when Donald Trump wanted to run, he saw opportunity in the Republican Party. Donald Trump ran with the Republican Party. He did not run under a Liberal Party or any small party. He went on a political party that have a chance to win election. And then he won election. And then everything he normally talk before, he then start to implement it. Then his criticism become a policy. I say, Sowore, it is time for you to go and join a movement that can win election. Form alliance. When this ADC was being formed, they invited him. He cursed all of them. I made a video on that here. He cursed all of them because he said his AA party can win election. That is delusional. But I know Sowore is not delusional. Sowore know exactly what he's doing. And this is the heartbreak that a lot of his supporters don't want to admit. Sowore is an asset. Every subsequent government that come, Sowore is an asset for them. He couldn't do it under Buhari, but he's currently doing it under this government. Because if you remember, he did not succeed to do it under Jonathan. Sowore has his passport now. Sowore is not being denied to travel. But in 2015, when Jonathan was running, Sowore was bringing every expo out against the government of the day. Why is Sahara Reporter not reporting against all the corruption? Why is Sahara Reporter not doing it under this government now? Because Sowore is a friend of this government. You like it, you don't like it, facts are there. Sowore is a friend of this government. And Sowore will do everything. Sowore, Deji Adeyoju, all of these people, they are friends of Tinubu government. Again, I repeat, Sowore, Deji, and many other clowns that call themselves activists and social media nonsense. I know them. Sowore is an asset to Tinubu government. And when they asked him the last time, he denied it. But the traces are there. His Sowore is preparing now. He's going to insult P2B Tire. He's going to insult Atiku Tired. He's going to insult everybody. Because he's an asset. Because Sowore know he cannot win election. Where is he running? Where is Sowore running? How many of you believe Sowore can win election in Nigeria? Under Today Nigeria. I want to welcome you guys now to the live session. And I'm not afraid to take questions. I'm not afraid to take questions. If you're on the YouTube, the tick is there. If you want to join, you can click and join and be part of the conversation. Again, the topic is there, Omoyele Sowore and his political platform. To join us on this platform, kindly click on the link on the YouTube session and you'll come live with us. If you're on TikTok, you just send that request in and you'll be part of the conversation. Thank you. Because enough is enough. Our people need to understand the game. That is why we have privilege to be in a decent country like United Kingdom, where politics is a great thing. We learn, we advocate, and we are educated. And we must preach the good news. Good evening, Mamboro. Are you there? You don't change, Sowore. You cannot change a country. Good evening. Sorry. You cannot change a country by standing outside gate forever, shouting on those that are inside. But every time you have a chance to be inside, you respond, I don't want to come inside. All of them are corrupt. Something is wrong. Something is wrong. Well, I know them. Yes, because the guy is always outside. He will tell you revolution tomorrow, revolution next tomorrow. I want to be president. But when you look at his movement, this guy cannot be president of my village. But he can use that leverage. He can use that level to join even APC. Just imagine now if Tinubu appoints Sowore as a EFCC chairman. So why is he not putting himself in a position where he can be part of that kind of movement and revolution from inside? Why? Why is he always outside shouting? All of them are corrupt. PDP is corrupt. APC is corrupt. P2B is corrupt. Now only me. But when we look at him, nobody is standing with him. He hasn't got the money. He hasn't got the resources. He hasn't got the people's will. Nigerian youth do not trust him anymore. Then he constantly make nuisance of himself. Yesterday, I saw him going to the force headquarters. For him, he's the one that sack IG of police. I'm like, what kind of delusional is wrong with you? You don't sign IG of police now. Oh yeah, select the new one then. If you're the one that sack him, bring us the new one. Sowore don't understand. I'm beginning to think that Sowore work for Tinubu.
working for him. Yeah, indirectly. If I'm to say something, all these guys are just distractions. All these guys are just hungry individuals looking for their stomach, and they are most Nigerians are quality. So they just come, try to make themselves relevant. And please, can this guy mute Ogunta?
Ogunta, can you unmute, please? Or mute yourself. Thank you. Go ahead, sir.
So they are all playing a role. If you see this Omoyele Sowore, you understand that he's just desperate to be in the news. For instance, he involved himself in things that are not related to his cause or related to what the people are talking. Even in people's marriage and family matters, he meddles into it. Like we saw in the case of Ned Nwoko and Regina. Sadly, I started using Ned Nwoko's picture for my DP during that period because I wanted to stand with the man. But that said, you see, you're a political figure. Then you are meddling into people's marriages. That does not make any sense. And the Inspector General of Police was removed, and he came out to say that you sacked him. That goes to show that this person maybe is not completely right in the head, because you did not sack him. The president obviously felt like it was time to change him. Only the presidents have that power to do so, and he has replaced him, which you are not the one who replaced him. So when you see an individual, coming to make childish assertions like this and involving himself into people's kitchen and bedroom matters, you can't take him serious. And that's why you see most Nigerians don't, resonate. It does not resonate with, matured Nigerians because they don't take him serious.
I don't take Sowore serious.
Yeah. With these things eliminated so far, with Nigeria, you find that there is a bigger thing playing out. Oftentimes we become things that most of us criticize, which is sad. When you criticize something, it's good that when you get the opportunity, regardless of what the case might be, you try to be that difference which you preach. And why am I saying this? During the time of Buhari, we all were screaming about, nepotism. We all were screaming about all those things when Buhari was, appointing people from the north, in some certain positions, which, is not even as bad as it has gone now. And you see most people, especially from the southwestern Nigeria, say, oh, even during the First Republic, it happened. Igbo people heard this, heard that, blah, 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 blah. But you have to understand that during that period, Zik wasn't the one, making those appointments then, right?
Mm-hmm.
It was more of Tafala Belewa, who was a Northerner, making those appointments, right? And
Mm-hmm.
the other ones was, through promotions and all that.
Mm-hmm.
Now, we have this Tinubu today, a Southwesterner, going beyond Buhari in his nepotism, and you see silence, dead silence everywhere. And one thing people don't understand, power is transient. Like, let's say Tinubu wins his re-election, right?
Mm-hmm.
He can't do more than 4 years after that. That's 8 years. The power will go back to the north. Now, he has set a precedent who, when the next Northerner comes, that next Northerner will want to exceed his precedent. So when the next Northerner come and start making everything not, in fact, double what Tinubu is doing now, with the people from the south will have the man to complain.
But what does that tell you about Nigeria?
What it tells about Nigeria, we live in a dysfunctional society where our people are hypocritical and biased. When things favor them, they all go mute. When it goes against them, they start screaming at the top of their voices. It means that we live in a dysfunctional society that the leaders are not only the problem, the people themselves are part of the problem. And we need a serious level of enlightenment and re-education to move forward. And people need to be like the level of enlightenment and education that we need in this country is unquantifiable.
Do you know what I'm saying now will offend a lot of people? And what I'm saying now, like as I came now and I said, Sowore cannot win presidency. He doesn't have what it takes to win presidency. Some people will get offended. But I'm hold on, sir. I'm asking myself, do you think he can win election, or he's in the right political party to win election? Then I will say he can win. He doesn't have what it takes. We live in a reality. And I'm not delusional. So if I say it, you are getting angry. Oh, you don't like Sowore. But what? It's like me now saying I want to win presidency. And I say Sowore have never, you know what is that, Jojumo, my brother? Like when traders contribute money and give it to one person to keep, at the end of the month, the person will bring the money. You understand?
Yeah.
I said, we have never tested Sowore like that. Sowore have never, because I don't want to change where we start. I'm coming back to where you start from. But these are fact. These are fact. That all of a sudden, Sowore say he's better than everybody. He's better than somebody who run for twice as a governor and win a government. He's better than him. He's more legit than him. I said, okay. He's better than Erufai. He's better than EFCC chairman. I said, okay, join this political party and do something for them. Let them appoint you as a EFCC chairman. Let them appoint you as anti-corruption agency. Let them appoint you as Attorney General of Federation. Let them appoint you as Minister of Aviation. Let them appoint you as a defense minister. You said no. All of them are corrupt. All of them are corrupt. How are you going to get inside to change it? And when you look at all the 2 elections Sowore have contested, combine all the vote, it's not up to 1,000. All the vote is not up to 1,000.
Sowore can't even win his senatorial districts. He can't win. Can he win a governorship election?
Can he even win House of Rep member into the state government house in his state?
Let me come in and say something. This is one problem I have with people. When people don't live in reality, you live in your own self-delusion. Why do I say so? You know that you know that you are not a person. For example, you are in Nigeria. All your life, something has been happening in a particular way. And in your brain, you think you can change it from the outside. It is impossible. And this thing I'm saying is not just for Sowore, it even goes for P2B as well. And I will explain why. I will explain it in a way everybody will understand. Everybody knows that in Nigeria, they rig election. In fact, from the first election, indigenous election that was conducted in Nigeria from 1960, we were talking of rigging. And that has continued to this day. And you think all of a sudden, without even holding power, cannot change it. It's pure delusion. And the thing is that even in USA that we use as a standard, is still fighting rigging. There is still claims of rigging. And I will give a good example. Trump claimed that he was defeated in his re-election through rigging, that Joe Biden and the Democrats rigged the election, that there were too much mail-in ballots that could not be accredited, blah, blah, blah. And even Trump himself, even before he won and became president, the Obama team accused him of working with the Russians to rig the election. So even in USA, we use as a standard that is claims of rigging. To the point that as me and you is talking today, in US Congress, they're trying to amend the electoral laws to make it mandatory that before you vote in US election, you must show a valid US ID with your name on it. And only military can use mail-in ballots. This is USA that had their independence in 1776. Most of us, our grandfathers have not been born, and they are tackling this issue. And now not in Nigeria, you cannot come and win the election. It cannot, let's be factual. The only thing that you can do is that if you want to make a change, there can be change. But you can only make that change when you are not leading the institutions.
Yeah, I want to
Bring it back home.
Yes.
Bring it back home so you can now comment.
Mhm.
Let me give you an example. Yar'Adua was somebody who came to make a change. But he was rigged into being president. He himself admitted it. That the process by which I came in was flawed. But I will make a change. And he then started making change for the next election before he died. And you find out that it was where he left it that his father Jonathan picked it up from that led to Jega conducting one of the best elections Nigeria have ever seen. But that does not negate the fact that Yar'Adua came in through a flawed process. He came in through that way. He knew that without doing that, he can't come in. Without allowing that thing to be done, he can't come in. He allowed it to be done, then he started effecting change.
And then he publicly admitted it.
He started effecting change. Jonathan saw the rigging and everything. Just all of them kept quiet. They came in, they started effecting change. Now, would Peter be, for instance, thinking that he can come in and become president without being ready to rig or allow people to rig it for him? He will never be president. He can only come in there and start making change. You cannot make change by protesting.
Thank you.
You cannot make change by preaching all these things you are preaching. There is a system at the moment. You get in through that system. When you are not in, you start changing the system. And this is my problem with him. You can't come. With this thing you are preaching, this other guys will be laughing at you. They'll be calling him a Jew, man. Look at this Jew. You go first strong there. When you don't enter, see, you will come begin preach all this one.
You see what he's currently doing now? Let me tell you something. When you are in a terrain, Fabs, thank you for joining. When you are in a terrain that are wearing rubber slippers because of the thorn on the ground, what do you do, sir?
Say your analogy does not really work.
I mean, that's exactly what it's working. Listen. No. Oh, no. My brother, hold on. Let me bring it out. I think you are getting confused. I agree with you totally what you said. That's why I'm saying if you are in a terrain where everybody is wearing a slippers that can withstand thorn, you don't come into that terrain and say, I'm not wearing slippers because my leg is clean. You wear the same slippers. When you go in, you start removing the thorn to clear it for the next person that are coming to walk without that uncomfortable shoe. That's exactly what you're saying. If you say you don't want to ring, you don't want to corrupt, you don't want to bribe anybody, you want to go into power, Nigeria is not in that level. We have not developed to that level. You don't want to buy influencers, but the other person are buying influencers. So I agree with you totally that P2B may go nowhere with that kind of approach, especially fighting with Tinubu now. Atisco, are you there?
I'm here. I'm hearing you.
Go ahead, sir.
Okay. What I just want to say is that if we, as a youth of Nigeria today, are arguing like this on platform, I think we can record that what happened in Senegal. The young guy that came in.
Yes.
Even the foreign people, they backed the former president that is there. And the man has been there since. But the youth say enough is enough. One thing I just believe in this country, there is no any youth in Nigeria that is ready to do the right thing. And that is why we're here where we are today now. If Senegal can do it, what about Nigerians? What is there? What is hard in this thing now? What is hard in this thing now to do it?
I think what is hard, you know what is hard?
There's nothing hard yet because today now they have given us a very clear electoral act that can make us to achieve it. Because if we check before, there was no anything like this electoral act like this. Today now they can upload.
My brother, I agree with you totally.
I disagree with him.
No. Hold on. I don't allow me to just handle this a little bit. The guy is talking about we have electoral act. You can't just disagree. We have all these things are available, but there have to be a push that will activate those things. And it is called money. It is called ruggedity. And to be honest with you, P2B cannot build a movement at the moment with the approach and sustain it.
Let me ask the guy that is saying that he disagree about it. What do you know about the latest electoral act now? What do you know about it? Before you say you disagree about it, can you even tell me how they conclude about it? Can you tell me here now?
Thank you.
Go ahead, sir.
Thank you, Atisco, for giving me the opportunity. And this thing will be an opportunity to also enlighten other people, on this platform. And host, I want you, if you have a phone, I want you to fact check anything I say now. Use your phone to Google it so you fact check it.
Okay, sir.
Yeah. So now, the electoral act that you talked about, my brother, is just an illusion in the sense that the uploaded version lacks legality or validity. According to what the electoral act specifies, the one that is being uploaded for IRL is just for viewing, and it is not the one to be used for coalition. The one to be used for coalition is the one on the form that will be written on paper physically. Now, from this thing I explained, I will give you a simple analogy. If an election was conducted in your local government area and you ran, and from IRL you got 1,000 votes and you are winning, but on the paper your opponent got 102, they will not announce you that is the winner on the IRL. They will announce the person that is winner on paper. This is what the electoral act specified. And host, you can do a Google check to fact check whether I'm correct or not.
I don't understand that if for example, now, if the polling booth said, let's say, for example, P2B got 130 and the other person get 140 on the paper. So what do you mean by that? What about what is that not the same thing that is uploaded on the IRF?
Now, let me re-explain. In a situation where what was uploaded on IRF does not match what is on paper, let's say there was corruption and what was on paper was changed. In that electoral law, there is no law backing that what is on IRF should be taken or should not be the basis of declaring the election results.
So they cannot consign them together and say, this paper, somebody tamper with it.
Wait now.
You don't need to
Don't
argue. Don't
say
say
it on your
I told you to browse. I told the
You are not here to abuse anybody. Just tell us the session. Let us
I just need
What you are doing now?
we are not. I'm not quarreling with. I don't know who you are. I'm not quarreling with you. I'm not fighting with you. Before I started making this statement, I told the host to browse it to avoid this argument. I don't know you. There is nothing I will get bamboozling you. Nobody will pay me for anything I'm saying here. I'm just trying to state a fact. And before I said it, I said, browse.
You don't say the thing is false information, and that is why we are trying to, because you don't need to misinform people now.
Whether you
say people are here now. Wait now.
I'm doing it. I'm doing it. Let me continue going.
Before the session, let them read it. Simple as ABC. It's something that they do clear.
You don't have to be allow the Google check to be concluded. This is the thing with Nigerians. You people are alien to information. What you don't know, you allow it to be verified first before being emotional.
Do you think that now you are more superior than the person that made the law that announced it in Channel TV? Let us go what they approve.
Why can't you hold your emotions together and allow that part?
Wait now. It's not a lecture I'm telling you now. I'm telling you something that I know. That is what I'm telling you now. You said that they will not upload, that the court will not accept. Let us see the session that will disagree. The session disagrees. In the electoral act, they read it. Everybody wait now, you continue your talk. Don't do something like the Diapolo talk.
Oga, you see that I'm quiet, I'm checking it. But we can disagree and agree. At the end of the day, we want to learn and then we can verify. Please, no fighting, sir. I can't really find the act here. I'm on the act at the moment, even on the Senate website, trying to look for it.
Let me give you the keyword to browse.
Okay, sir.
Browse. I'll just give you a keyword to browse. Browse between the results on IREF, right? Or the results written on paper, which one is accepted by the law courts or which one is coalition done with. Just use that keyword. It will now bring that electoral law for you, then you read it. Don't use that keyword, it will bring it for you.
Okay.
Yeah.
I want to bring Atisco a chance to talk. Atisco, you wanna say something while I search it?
Okay, my brother. What I just want to say is that what I heard from the spokesman of the Senate when in that Channel TV, let us to know that the reason why people are making noise that they want to use that Form C is that in case, and they even make it mandate that in that resort, the electoral update must be 95%. Then the manual at least will be either 5 or something. That is what they are said from the INEC chairman in case of the election time. They said that in Nigeria nowadays, there's a lot of places that there's no network. That, okay, there's no network. All the party agents, we agree after they announce the election, everybody will have their own copy. Then the man they assigned to that polling unit will upload that result, pending when it will get to the place where they will see network. And the team will send the thing to the Arab directly. Anytime the person reach where there's no network, the team will upload by itself. In case if what they send to that RF is not correspond, they will now use that form that everybody has. Maybe all this ADC, Labour Party, PDP, and APC, the one that they hold, then they will now use it now in case that there is any error. Maybe I even look at it that there will not be any error because when the person want to upload, when the person was snapping the thing,
every party agent were there, and they will see when the person is trying to snap the thing and upload it. Then how come they will tamper with the thing? There's not.
Are you done with your
there's no that the person will tamper with it. Then when they upload, the one that they just have is just of incapacity. That is what I believe. Then if there is any place now that there is network, then how come the person that, because when they announce the result, everybody is there. And all the party agent is there to testify that, okay, the number you are putting in that book, in that paper, everybody will see it. When they announce APC 100, they put it there. Agency 1000, they put it there. Then later, all the party agent will sign at the bottom of that paper before the person will upload. For me, I don't see anything that is very hard.
You can also use AI to check it. AI will bring out that electoral law for you easily.
Hold on, sir. Sorry, Mr. Ibotek, I want you to understand one thing. How I do my program here is this. If I read information, I want to understand it before I tell the public. Okay? Just because you say it, and I go in there, I will check it. I've seen something, but I want to verify it. Now I'm currently on a page where I'm actually reading it. And it basically says, if there is a dispute during the collation, the electronic transmission result can be used to resolve it. Okay? Okay. Hold on, sir. He also said, under the Electoral Act, Section 6064, Act, the 2022 Act, the voters are counted at the polling unit and the result is entered on prescribed paper form. This is signed and stamped, given to the party agent. The physical form is the primary legal result. Is that what you are trying to say?
That's exactly the point I was making.
So the electronic result is just to verify.
Just to view. Just for me and you to view.
Just so if we can view, if the public have access to view it, and we know what was uploaded from each polling unit, and we can tally it, we can be able to challenge any other paperwork they bring. They can force themselves, but legally, if the nation force itself to carry the paperwork, even when we can see what the result was coming from each state, each zone, and we can calculate, this one get 10,000, this one get 9,000. And the IRF is now telling us the one that get 9,000 get 11,000. No, the paperwork that they deliver to them that get 9,000 get 11,000. If the nation went on a riot, the government is responsible for the chaos. Do you know that?
Brother, look, we are on the same side here in the sense that we are all Nigerians looking for the betterment of our country, right? Now, a law is made. Now, if you watch, what the court does is to interpret the law. The court actually interprets law, right? Now, a law was made by the Senate. And from that law that was made, and this is why we need to understand it. So when our people fight, we know what we are fighting for. And this is also another reason why these leaders don't take us serious. They made a law, and in their law, they put a proviso, they put a cunning word. And that cunning word they use is what you actually read out. And if you go to a law court, they interpret the law. Whether that law makes sense or not, it is not the business of the court. The court interprets the law. Now, from the law they made on that electoral act, I have read it. Many people have read it. In organizations I belong to, that has been discussed. And from that law they made, they said that the primary and the legal form of coalition is the physical one on the paper. And they said that the IREV is forbidden. Why they were making that law, they refused to give legal validity to IREV. And that was why I said that on IREV, the number accumulated there, you can be the winner. But the one on the paper, regardless of where they manufacture it, if they can defend it that is legit, they can be the winner on paper. You are the winner on IREV. The court will make its judgment based on paper. not based on area. And this is the problem. And I'm saying that we need to fight that should be changed. I'm actually calling our people to enlighten our people. I'm not fighting everybody here. My brother, I'm giving our knowledge to something. Please, you see what I'm saying?
The place I'm coming from now is that different with your own is that the one you are saying now is that before own. See this one, they say, okay, before, when the people voted, the person they assigned to that polling unit, it will carry that paper direct to the collation center. That is where they normally do that Ojo. When they are taking it to, because all the parties are already carrying the paper, then when they are taking it to the collation center, that is where they mutilate it. But this one they are going to do now, from the polling unit, there's nothing like collation center. From the polling unit, you upload it from there because there's no anyhow for you to mutilate anything because all the party agents will be there.
See, I think you are not understanding the point. You are not understanding the what I'm saying.
Please, let me tell my own. I'm coming, please. The reason why this one is different with the last one is that the last one, when people go from the polling unit, they are taken to the local government, which is called as a local, what they call it, the collation center. That is where they do all this. But this one,
hello.
Everything will be done and sent from that polling unit, and every party agent will be here when they will send people on that table, because they will snap that thing from that table. Everybody will be seeing it. Then when the person uploads, then they will still follow the person to the place where there is network. And if there is a place where there is network, there's no need to follow the person to anywhere again, because everybody will see that thing succeed. Everybody will go on its own. Then you have your own result, which you take to your party chairman or your party coalition people that see my result from my own polling unit. Then they will now compile it together. Then from there now, you now know how many points that your party, maybe your party now got like 6 million. Then they will now go and check the IRF if it is that 6 million. And there's no anyhow the 6 million will not appear because there's no any way that the person take the result to anywhere. Where result always modulate, it is when you are taken to another place, which we know as a transportation. When you are taking it to another place, that is where the thing happen. But this one right nowadays, now from the polling unit, this is the part, you see the election now, the next election of 2027 will be the best election I've ever seen here on earth. Everybody will see it because there's no any you take it to anywhere, and everybody will see it, and it will still correspond. Like before, nobody upload, and they see the report to the pollution center. This is where we see rubbish things. That's what I just want to
I ask you just one question. I won't talk again. I just want to ask you one question. Just one question.
Go ahead.
Okay, let me ask you this question. In a situation where an election was conducted, now in that election, APC, for instance, gets 10 votes. Now that 10 votes was snapped and posted on IRED. Everybody saw it. That was snapped and posted on IRED. Now let's assume that APC bought the coalition officers. Now at the time of coalition, the 10 APC got now changed to 110. Somebody added one, another one at the back. Now change the total vote count to maybe from 210, now change it to 310. Now, based upon the current law they just passed, I'm trying to shine light on which one, if they go to court and let's say the APC guy said, no, APC got 10. This is what we are seeing on IRS. And APC are saying, no, we got 110. Based on the law, which one do you think the electoral law is telling the court to announce or accept as the legitimate?
Your question is the most simple question on earth. Do you know what is there? Your question is the most simple one on earth. Let me tell you one thing. Let me tell you one thing. If the person that they posted to that polling unit, now maybe unfortunately is taken to the collation center, After you have already uploaded that thing and you later change the result, you modulate it or you just add one. So maybe something is 100. Let's just do 100. In that one, it becomes 1,100. In that become 1,100. Okay. When you do like that, you know that they did it now for the party of APC. Okay, what about the what do you call it? The original reward that the every party hold.
Every other political party hold in their hand.
In their hand, like I'm coming now. You cannot even understand the question. You went down now. If the agency they show their own, they show their own.
Excuse me, sir. Mr. Ibotek, Mr. Atisco, allow me. Atisco, allow me. Mr. Ibotek, I want to really thank you for the way you are explaining it. But I want to be honest with you. You are literally confusing the house. The reason I say this is this. If APC are the polling unit, Labour are the polling unit, ADC are the polling unit, the INEC people are the polling unit, all the agents there, we all saw the paperwork. We took picture of it. We then uploaded it. We watch it uploaded real life. We can check what we have on our hand is what is uploaded. If INEC then announce a different result in that polling unit where APC, PDP have the same result, you are calling it a picture, but a picture is an evidence. A copy of anything is original, is as good as original. If the government now say, okay, we don't care, we are changing the result, we are writing something that is not the result, and we declare that, this is where the Nigerian people will come out. And the responsibility and any bloodshed will be on the government head. I think enough is, and that's why what you say earlier, Mr. Ibotek, when you say that P2B is not gingering enough, I agree with you. Because if we are ready, we have to defend our vote. I made a program the other day and I said, when we voted in 2023, somehow, P2B went cold on his voters. And I'm disappointed. And if we ever get the same chance again, we have to be ready to go all the way. And somebody have to lead the protest because the robbery is not fair. Until we get to a level where we can be able to be ready for whatever it takes to defend our vote, we are not ready for conversation. Because as the current government have told you over and over again, power is for the taking, it's not given. So they are ready to write the result, but we are not going to be ready to admit defeat, even when we know we won. If we have this understanding, the Senate, the INEC, the presidency, they will be shocked. Remember what happened in 2023. In 2023, Rivers State voted, and they voted overwhelmingly for Labour Party. Overwhelmingly. Wike, today Jagaban of Nigeria, hold the result in his hand to use it to negotiate power. To use it to negotiate power with Tinubu before he declared the result. We know what happened in Rivers State. We know what happened in Lagos State. We know what happened in many, many states where we are defrauded. But we kept quiet. Is the same thing going to happen in 2027? I believe it will happen. They will attempt to do that, even with the IRF. But are Nigerian people going to be ready to be silent? That choice is a choice that whoever is going to run on the front will have to take. Because it is getting to that point now where what you are saying now cannot be accepted anymore. Mr. Ebito, he has gone down.
What the guy says that he cannot work is that if he in the case of Oshomole in Edo State, it is the result. See, when you cannot defend your result, that is where all these things will happen. But as far when the remaining party will show and their own will correspond with the one for IRF, I'm telling you, if they like, let them go and rewrite. The court will judge against them. Because the reason why you see before. It's not like this. No place to trace. That is why you see that the thing will not work. That is why they normally escape. But like this one now, this time around, this 2007, my brother, there's not anybody can do it.
Let me tell you something. Let me say something. Let me allow Harry to talk. Harry, go ahead.
Yes, thank you very much for the platform you've given to me, sir. What is the problem here is to make real-time transmission of results compulsory. This is the problem. Do you understand?
Mm-hmm.
I know we are discussing something. So based on this voting issue, the public want the Senate to make real-time transmission of results compulsory. That is, immediately you finish casting your vote from the polling unit, it should be sent directly to the INEC portal without any alteration. But the Senate is saying that it is in the right of INEC to determine. They didn't remove this technology, they retained this technology, but they said that it is on the discretion of INEC to decide, which means they still retained the 2022 INEC, law that when after the election, the results will be collected. But INEC should not use pen. They should use pen and write the results, which was exactly what they did with this last election. They still want to retain it. So this is the problem. So the public now is saying that let them make the real-time transmission compulsory. Let there be no mutilation. Let there be no writing of anything in paper, because the one they did, they mutilated it. There was a fraud. There was irregularities. Therefore, let them make it compulsory. But they are saying that it is in the INEC discretion. That discretion means that let INEC determine what will happen after the casting of the election. When the vote is being casted, let them go and write it on their own. So this is where this is where they must read this election. Is where the problem is coming.
Okay, I want to look at the other angle, sir. Now, what you said now is the reality on the ground, and that is a very important clause they put there. Where do you think Nigerian people need to go this time around? And when I mean Nigerian people, the three major parties that are contesting, the three major candidates, I expect Atiku now, ADC, not Randy Paul, not Mama P. I expect political party that will be the benefactor to be on the street, just the way in 2012, Tinubu was on the street, warning Nigerians, warning Jonathan not to ring election. In 2013, they were on the street. So what is the reason? Why are we then now looking at things and those political parties, they are quiet? Because I don't see the energy coming from Atiku, the energy coming from the political party that will be benefactor of what we are talking about now. Why do you think they are quiet and they allow Randy Paul, an individual by everything means necessary, to be the one shouting? And I think this election, if it's going to be won, is going to be won based on this identity crisis that the opposition parties are having.
My brother, this information that my brother brought is not correct. That is why I want you to understand about that electoral act. That is why I want you people. That is why the guy I tried to let him explain, could not explain before you go, because most of the people nowadays, they don't even know anything about that electoral act at all. There's no any place they say they want to, that they should use Form C and go and submit the collation center. What is that law is that every polling unit, they must upload by fire by force this time around. They say anywhere there's no any network, all the parties should agree and fill a form to make sure that in case of incasity, that if they upload and there's any issue in it, then if the one in IRF, it corresponds with the one for APC, Labour Party and PDP, that one will be accepted if they mutilate it. But if there is a place where there is network, there's no need for you to hold, except you just want to go and show your party agent that see what we got in that police unit. Without it, even you write it in just a sheet of paper, if they upload it, that thing will go direct, everybody will see it. They will say successful. Even your party agent in that hall will see it the moment they upload it. Even you call the person that is in that hall that Alpha in my polling unit, did you see it? What you got? The person will say yes, it just land now. Just like something that everybody will be seeing it in that report. How do you see? That is why sometimes person want to inform the public. They let them know the difference between this one and that last one. That 23 is that 2023. They from the polling unit to go and upload it in that collection center. That is where they do Brakabadio in that place. That is where they do something they want to do in every state. Because there's no state in this world that they don't do those things. That is where they do those things. But this time around, there's nothing like collection center again. Now from your polling unit, direct. And they even said that any they send to that polling unit, any copper, what they say is that upload that thing. Let all the party see it that you upload it, but it did not go. The thing will hang. But the moment you reach where there is a network, the thing will go by itself. I didn't see. And that is where they will now use the one that everybody have.
Which is normal. If I send you a WhatsApp message and I have network and I send the message and you don't have network, immediately you have network, the message will enter, isn't it?
Yes, that's what I'm saying. The problem that people don't want that they should cancel that place. If there's no network, that they should cancel it and rerun the election after. What's the problem now between the federal government and those people now? They don't say that they will not cancel it. They don't say that. Then they will use this formula to make sure that the things go to IRA. That is the problem between the federal government and those people that are doing the protest.
Okay. Thank you very much for that explanation. Whatever happens, Nigerian people need to be ready to defend their vote. Mr. Harry, are you there?
Yes, I'm there. Anyway, I don't like doing too much argument. That is not actually only the problem. They use two terms there, transfer and the transmit. Do you understand? So they said that transfer means after the election is being transmit means it should go directly to the INEC portal, whereas transmit means after the upload, they should write it. So the Senate, we are now debating that they should use transfer. Let them use transfer so that it will be compulsory. Nobody should write anything. Nobody should mutilate it. You understand? This is the clause where the problem was coming from. And they said that they still want to return that of 2022, electoral act of the INEC. You understand?
Which was the wrong one.
Which was the wrong one, exactly. You understand? Because there's no way in which you will use pen to write results and you cannot favor, another person. So they want it in a way that is not mutilated. How can you cast a vote? After casting vote, you go and use pen and be writing it again, which was exactly what they did.
But they did it. They just did it in Abuja now. They just did it in. They did it in Amak.
You see, this Amak election now, they just responded. They just did it, which was the problem. So I assure you, without any sentiment, I assure you that if this election is casted, Tinubu has won in advance, and the citizens cannot do anything about it. I must tell you the truth, because even when I was driving today, I was saying that Nigeria has the weakest citizens ever. I have partly stayed in Kuwait. I have partly stayed in Dubai. This is totally unrelated. I'm not trying to, praise myself, but the citizens, they are the irreducible unit of the country. How they respect their citizens. You weep for your country for what it has become.
Nigerian youth are already interested in cruise. They are interested in cruise. They are making mouth. They are making mouth online. In short, I want to be honest with you. When I look at other African countries, I feel like when we used to say we are the giant, we are the smartest, we are not. We are on serious bunch of citizens. On serious.
Even what we are bragging that we have, if you see small boy that drive Lamborghini, that drive the wagon, yeah, you will weep for yourself. Even the way government pay their citizens every month, government pay citizens of Kuwait here, they pay their citizens every month. Everybody is living happily. This is what see that Nigerians, they are losing a lot. When the national cake is jointly baked, it will be shared among the citizens. This is what you are losing. I even met one black man here. He told me that he has been here with his family, that he had lived here since 18 years, that he has never seen, power interruption, or where they hear that there is there is no power supply in any place. No, water is eruption. They have good roads. They have electricity. Everything. The education is partly free. Everybody is enjoying. But in Nigeria, before you drive 2 minutes, go gallop. Even if at all the road is even constructed, you find out that we are just waiting. We are just waiting for resurrection day, because we are not just living. We are just living a useless life. Thatched houses everywhere. You cannot see before you see old houses here. It's quite very hard. You can't see all these old houses you are seeing, or you find out that traffic light is not working. Everything is what the institutions are working. Sometimes I feel like maybe is this even an election that is causing on the development in Nigeria? There's no election, but everybody is happy. Construction every day, construction, education, health, everything is working. Everything is easy. If you say you can, this is not exaggerated. They are police, very neat. No, they are not biased.
All right. I want to ask a question, because as you can see, I push Sowore there. I was when I started this program, I see Sowore and his politics. Where do you think Sowore stand? Why is Sowore not joining a movement that can actually have opportunity to win power? This afternoon, I was on a platform where we talked about this, and I thought this evening I want to ask my audience about this opinion. I believe that Sowore is an asset, but I don't think his asset is for the people of Nigeria. Now, my brother just said now the Nigerian youth are the most useless youth. I don't want to categorize it as a genre, but when I look at the way Sowore is behaving, I kind of want to add him in that list of people, because I don't know what he thinks he's doing. He said he has a movement. He make noise up and down. He abused anybody that have a chance to win election. He doesn't have no chance. What advice do you have for him? The coalition is coming. Election is coming in 2027. Where does he stand? He cannot win a national election. He doesn't have what it takes. It is a delusional to think he has what it takes. If you want to be a protester, let him be a protester. I want you guys to tell him or advise him or tell me, why do you think he's making this noise that is unnecessary, in my own opinion? P2B is no good. Tinubu is no good. Atiku is no good. He's the only one that can do it. But he hasn't got the movement. He's outside shouting. What advice do you have for him, my people?
Do you know why he's doing like that? Is that he knows all of them. And if you check all the story, you read Tinubu when they those things, this why he was so young among them. He knows all of them. And even the Peter Obi are saying today now, he know all their way of their life. But the most surprise today now that the Nigerians are clapping today now is that when this party that come up today now, they have their own party and they gather together against the former Jonathan one, and they took over. And people were seeing them and say that they are going to rescue Nigeria. And those people that you see today now, this thing now, almost 80 to 90%. It is only OP that people don't see among them as a different person. The remaining ones, the way people look at them, my brother, they're even worse than APC right now, because they are the ones that put this country where we are today now.
So which way forward now? Which way forward?
Because if you check, how come Amishi were doing railway to Niger? People were shouting that this construction is for what? Are we going to do what in that country? But he was busy borrowing money, doing a lot of things.
And what's the purpose of that today?
Okay, they have abandoned it now. They are not even using it again. Do you hear anything about it? That road again? They have do you know how much billion that Nigeria borrowed to do those things? But today, like, they are the one that come and inform that this government is the most useless government on earth. But they are the one that put the tap root, the foundation of this.
So which way forward now?
That's why you see when Sowore was talking, he was laughing at those groups.
So I mean, I want to. You are not addressing the question I'm asking.
Can I say something, please?
Sorry.
That is why Sowore was against them now, because all those people we are seeing that place.
So I said, what do we do? Okay, if they are not good, they are the crumbs. If Sowore that is good is refusing to join them to checkmate them from inside, don't you think we're having a problem?
The problem we have now is that
go ahead, Mr. Fabs.
We can come out from them.
Okay.
Together with Sowore and form another party.
Thank you. Thank you for the opportunity, though. I think I was in one of the live on today. I think Seeking.
Yes, I was there today for more than an hour. Yes.
Yes, I was there too. I actually loved your submission and all. But to answer this question, I don't know. I don't have anything against Sowore at all. Because in this aspect, I don't think him trying to make himself the saint, he doesn't play well. You can't actually win a battle of that nature and be outside the fence. Now, people, I hear a few people talking about Obi making the